Yo ho ho, Bills Mafia, Da Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the AFC East Roundtable pregame. Okay, I figure since the AFC East Roundtable is now on its own separate channel, I still want to have an opportunity to sort of game plan with the Bills Mafia here because we all know the characters that are on this show that is going to be starting at 7:30 over at our new channel. So right now, I figured, you know what? I really enjoy doing this show. From what I understand, I feel like you guys really find it very entertaining. So why not do what Bills Mafia does best and tailgate that shit? And tailgate that shit, ladies and gentlemen. Super excited about it. In fact, we do have the inaugural show on our channel starting in exactly 40 minutes. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be a squeaky wheel, I'll probably say this about like 5 or 10 times, but once this stream is over, I am going to have each and every single one of you go to this link, which just so happens to be the link to where the show is going to be. If you have not already, I highly recommend that you subscribe to that channel. Number one, because you're not going to be able to participate in the live chat at all unless you are a subscriber. And I know a lot of y'all love talking your shit, baby. You love talking your shit. You love doing it. Okay, glad to see everybody in here. The usual suspects. You know what? Like last year, like y'all showed up, but TD, his Dolphins minions, man, they always show, dude. These guys always show. So I need to make sure that Bills Mafia comes in, backs me up. So do me a favor and go on ahead and make sure that you have that link, which is literally at the top of the screen. Subscribe to that channel. We have a great show for y'all tonight. We have a really good show. I mean, you're going to think that you're watching something organized, and your boy's hosting. Your boy is going to be the main host this week. Okay, still same rotation, just next channel. Oh, look at that. The trolling begins. The trolling begins. TD Fins Talk. Tony, my guy, really excited. Really excited to see what is going on with you. Who claimed Kingsley Jonathan off of waivers? I believe it was the Bears, my friend. In fact, that's what I did want to talk about today. With the 30 minutes or so that we have until the main show starts. As a Bills fan, as soon as when the cuts happened yesterday, as soon as when we finalized our 53, Twitter was going off, right? Like people were upset about Hodgins not being on there, and people were upset about OJ Howard not being on there, Blackshear, just to name a couple, right? But from what I'm seeing right now, let me go ahead and make sure that my mic setting is on correctly. It is not. I have AirPods. What is this, bro? So what am I, some kind of amateur or something? Listen, y'all need that crispy, clean audio if you're going to want to watch this show, and I understand that. But back to my original point, just to sort of start off, is that there was so many names yesterday where everyone was just like, oh my God, like he's going to get picked up immediately. I can't believe he didn't make the final 53. He deserved it. And I mean, honestly, just about every name that I saw, just about every single name that I saw listed on our practice squad today, which was released, how long was this? Like 2 hours ago, is on that list, right? Matt Barkley, sort of saw that coming. I feel like that he is wonderful to have on this practice squad. Raheem Blackshear, right? I'm very surprised that nobody picked him up. Very surprised that nobody picked him up. But the fact that he's on our practice squad is great, right? Because as y'all know, we can lock down 4 players on our practice squad each and every single game. So could definitely see that being a name that we regularly do. Duke Johnson, that veteran. Very surprised that he wasn't picked up either. Same with Tavon Austin, who is also a fan favorite. So many people wanted him to make that team, but I mean, as y'all know, our wide receiver room was absolutely just filthy. It was just absolutely filthy the entire time. And Isaiah Hodgins, which y'all saw me last night on my stream, I was very disappointed. I wanted to see him make this team, but I love the fact that he's on this practice squad. I really do. I'm hoping for nothing for nothing but optimal health from our starters this year. But seeing Isaiah Hodgins on this, is right on the squad, is going to help me sleep a bit better at night. Say that I was a gambling man out of anybody that I would want to be a consistent locked, like you can't touch them, because as many of y'all know, we can only lock down 4 players per game, meaning that everybody else is basically in the clear to sign one of these gentlemen outside of the 4 that we lock down. So with Raheem Blackshear, with Duke Johnson, I could definitely see those being 2 regular locks per game. I could see Isaiah Hodgins, and then I think Matt Barkley is going to consistently be on that practice squad just in case that it does happen. So really curious to hear everybody's thoughts on that. Oh, we got a super chat came in. Maximad, listen, man, I really, really appreciate that. That supports the channel tremendously as I attempt to grow into, what is this? This is year 4. This is year 4 of me making content on the Buffalo Bills. It's been a damn journey, but this really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much. What you got to say? We also signed Ryan Van Denmark, whose RIS is 9.45. I did not see that. I just ended up getting off of work about 55 minutes ago, and I had the stream scheduled, ready to go, but that's great. That is absolutely great. I also saw a lot of news as far as some punters that we ended up bringing in. Somebody was absolutely upset. I forget who it was. It was a Top Bills creator about the Titans punter. And then they were absolutely upset because he was cut, and then the Titans decided to bring him back. He compared it to something along the lines of dating a girl, and she finds like some stud that's younger, well hung, a lot of money. She's like, hey, just, sit around on the side, and if this doesn't work out, I'm coming back. It was a really, really funny comparison. But for the rest of the day, I just want to just screw around, bro. Listen, like I put a lot of work into organizing this AFC East Roundtable coming up at 7:30. I'm just going off the cuff today, baby. I'm just going off the cuff. So I'm going to be scrolling through some of my favorite, my favorite hashtag to follow on Twitter. And that just so happens to be hashtag Bills Mafia. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what Bills Twitter is all about today, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got? That video, although it was an advertisement, was very, very confusing. I thought we were seeing something sexual right there, but regardless, we got right here. It's advertisement. I saw something interesting I wanted to pull up. These polls that the NFL is putting out, that Sunday Night Football is coming out or putting out, are so absurd. Like they ask like the most obvious questions. Who will win the AFC East? I think it's pretty clear at this point. Wouldn't you agree? I feel like it's pretty clear at this point. It's going to be the Buffalo Bills. Hands down. I was bullshitting around. I did see one earlier. I put it on Instagram, and this was about they tried lining up like the AFC playoff picture, and I figured that they just ended up I just thought that it just ended up being hysterical because it looked like that they put no effort into even attempting to guess what the AFC like playoff picture would look like. They had like the Chiefs at the 1st seed, Bills at the 2nd, and then the Titans and the Ravens at 3 and 4, which frankly, I see the Ravens and the Titans struggling to make the playoffs this year. And it all circles back into the receiving room, right? I think the AFC West is going to be very difficult to compete with. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chiefs, the Chargers. What am I? Dude, I swear to God, this is my first beer. Okay? Not the Raiders. You know what? That division is going to be scary good. If the worst team in that league is the Raiders, things are going to be pretty interesting. But See what else we got here. There was something interesting I was looking at earlier today. It was something that like Bruce Nolan tweeted that I really wanted to highlight right here. What we got? Where is it? Bruce, where's your tweet, bro? I think it's coming. Okay, we got the practice squad again right here. Pretty sure it was there. Not unless it was down here somewhere. Okay. You know what? It's not really a big deal. What we're going to do is we're just going to chill. We're just going to talk a little bit in the comments. We're going to talk a little bit in the comments real fast. Bills Mafia Twitter really didn't seem to be popping off as much as I anticipated it would have. Truth to hearts, Dan Ben here since run the damn ball. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's funny because that seems far, far into the past, right? Because the past couple of years on my end have been very much not doing that because our ability to run the ball has since dwindled. I'm really hoping from what I've seen in the preseason with our offensive line adjustments, James Cook, maybe you'll be hearing me scream that once again, perhaps. Definitely cool. Looks like a lot of people are very excited about this episode at the AFC East Roundtable. We are thrilled. Are there any Josh Allen commercials yet? I haven't seen any. I don't watch a lot of television. I haven't seen any YouTube ads yet, but I'm sure during the football season, if one exists, I'm sure I'll see it soon. Last year, he was with somebody like very controversial. Wasn't it Buffalo Wild Wings? Wasn't Josh Allen on like the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial and like Buffalo just absolutely blew a gasket? I mean, deservedly so. I mean, I would say that wings over at B-Dubs are an absolute disgrace when it comes into the chicken wing. But let me see. As long as Josh Allen is on this team, you'll forever be our punching bag. Dolphins don't scare anybody. Matthew Smith going in there hard, talking a little bit of shit. Curtis, yes, I forgot to talk about this. It's funny, OJ Howard, I haven't seen any for sure news yet, but I'm pretty sure he legitimately ended up going over to the Bengals. He has a physical either today or tomorrow, flew in, and then if he passes, then he's pretty much a lock. He's going to get a contract on that team. And you know what? I mean, I wish him the best, right? I really didn't foresee him being on like that practice squad sort of stage in his career, but Bengals fans are going crazy, bro. Like Bengals fans are going crazy. They're talking about like their two tight ends. If OJ Howard comes in, like, oh man, look at that, dude. We got both of them for the price of Uzma on the Jets. Like, dude's like flexing on a guy that our front office didn't even want, you know? But I mean, I wish him the best. I really do. Even though that I would have liked to see OJ Howard on this team, right opposed to Tommy Sweeney, but what do I know? Nick C comes in and says the Bills have gotten better every year since 2018, and the Dolphins haven't beaten us since Allen was a rookie. What makes this year different, Dolphins fans? Listen, Bills Mafia, this is what I needed last year, the year before. Okay, listen, TD's fans, they flood the AFC East Roundtable live chat. I need Bills Mafia in there hard today. This is the inaugural episode. I need y'all hard. I really, really like it. Okay, we got a little bit of trash talking right here. Sky is the limit comes in. Dolphins fan, what time does the AFC East Roundtable start? Starts at 7:30. Starts at 7:30, my friend. If you look at the top of this live chat, you will see the link directly at the top. And then you can go ahead and subscribe to that channel. If you haven't subscribed, then you can't participate in the live chat. It's just the settings that we have because we're really trying to grow this channel as much as humanly possible. But you'll see it, dude. You'll see it. What is this? He said, what's up, Dad? And so are you ready for some more Josh Allen trash from TD? Dude, I'm numb to it, bro. I'm numb to it. I almost initially anticipated the second that I ever hop on any type of live stream with the homie. But I mean, honestly, Josh Allen just ended up getting absolute shat on by the NFL top 100, right? Really going to put that man at 13? Somebody said on ESPN today, they were just like, if you don't put Josh Allen within the top 5, should lose the right to vote for everything, for absolutely everything. And I'd probably have to wholeheartedly agree with that. Now, I think that everyone always talked about, I mean, honestly, let's just look through it. I did it last stream, but let's just take a deeper dive, right? Just go to like 1 and 10. Okay. Let me share my screen real fast so we can go through this NFL top 100. This absolute complete nightmare when it comes down into an NFL analysis. Absolutely gross. Okay, here we go. First off, right off the bat, this was the most nonsense thing I think I've ever seen in my entire life, having Tom Brady. Listen, I'm happy to admit he's the greatest of all time. I hate admitting that. Tastes like shit coming out of my mouth. But right now, he is not the best player in this league. He's not the best player in this league whatsoever. He's really not. I think the reason that he ended up getting number 1 was the fact that everybody and their mother thought that he retired. Everybody and their mother thought that he retired. And then he came back. And this voting is typically done about 3/4 into the season, like previously. So I think that this completely discredits the list. This completely discredits the list each and every single time that I look at it. It's just absolutely nonsense. With Aaron Donald, he should have been number 1. I think Aaron Donald should have been number 1 in this situation if I were to take this seriously. I think this is fair for Aaron Rodgers. Cooper Kupp, no. I'm sorry. Listen, I know that he had a hell of a season. I really know he had a hell of a season last year, but putting this man at number 4, that's just, dude, that's a bit much for me. Is when you put him at number 4. In my opinion, I think Mahomes should be here. And then with Jonathan Taylor, I mean, yeah, he did have a ball in the season last year, but Josh Allen should be right here. I think the list should go. No, I lied. 5 is where we at. Okay. 5 should be JT. Then I am replacing Josh Allen with Cooper Kupp right here. Then number 3 is Pat Mahomes. Number 2 is Aaron Rodgers. And then number 1 is Aaron Donald. That is what I believe would have been the list where I could have looked at it. And as an objective NFL fan, I would have said, okay, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense on my end. But it was just, dude, talk about a slap in the face. Talk about, oh man, that is hysterical. Joseph comes in and says, someone should hire a woman to file the same civil lawsuit against Mahomes 2 weeks before the playoffs start. Dark, but I love it. Listen, it's cutthroat out there. All right. Especially when it comes down to a rivalry like the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'd probably have to say that we're a rivalry now, right? I'd say it's probably like one of the heavyweights within the NFL. But I mean, really, when it comes down into the Chiefs, I mean, I'm kind of thinking that they might be on the decline. I forgot who it was. I put some like TikTok or something like that out today, and I was like talking shit about like how the Chiefs are definitely not going to be a first seed. Like how they're definitely not going to be a first seed this year. And some guy was like, oh, like we lose Tyreek Hill, so we automatically suck? No, it's not necessarily that. I just have a feeling that the Chargers are going to walk away with that division like with their eyes closed. That roster is so ridiculous. And the LA Chargers, listen, I am going to go out right now and say that the Buffalo Bills and the Chargers will play for the AFC Championship this year. First and second seed. And then I see the Chiefs making a wild card spot. And then it's either going to be the Raiders or the Broncos make that other wild card spot. I really feel like that we're about to see 3 teams from the AFC West in the playoffs this year, which is going to be pretty interesting. So, I don't know. I really don't even know. Yeah, guys. So right now, as a reminder, the AFC East Roundtable starts in about 22 minutes. The link to the video is at the top of this chat right now. So if you want to go and watch us, it is the inaugural episode on our brand new channel. We're trying to build this and bring you some really good content. And then let's make it happen. Joseph, so we need the number 1 seed this year. We need home field, baby. Go Bills. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it makes me sick to my stomach that we were literally a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars to get that number 1 seed. That is the only thing that we needed, was just to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then we would have been the number 1 seed. I think if we were the number 1 seed, that we would have ended up playing, I forget who it would have been. We would have played the Chiefs, and then the Bengals would have had to play against each other, like beat up on each other for like the first round. Then we would have hosted them. I forget about it. I try not to think about it because it still pisses me off. I feel like I'm not going to truly forget about it until we end up getting back into the playoffs. But it's just, DH comes in and says, no Ravens love. Listen, love Lamar Jackson. I still think that your defense is incredible. And y'all's receiving room is slacking, dude. It's tough. Don't get me wrong. With the hype that the media is trying to give Rashad Bateman, that's when you know that the Ravens don't have shit for a receiver. When the media is trying to like hype up Bateman like as like a true number 1, and like they're trying to convince everybody in the national media, it's a red flag. Mark Andrews, I could certainly see him being a great fantasy pickup this year because he's, in my opinion, the only noteworthy pass catcher on that offense. He's going to be double teamed a lot, man. I really see the Ravens struggling this year. It's no hate. It's no hate at all, but I just don't understand why they have them making the playoffs. It just doesn't make sense to me. Mark comes in and says, Dan, I totally agree. The Chargers and Bills in the AFC Championship. For sure, dude. I see it. I really, really see it. Dean Fulford says Miami Dolphins will be in the playoffs. It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be rough because, like I said, I think that there's going to be 3 teams from the AFC West, right? Like that division is just absolutely so stacked. So you basically need to have a better record than the wild card team or the second place team in the AFC South, which is either going to be the Colts or the Titans. But don't worry. I feel like the Titans have the exact same fate as the Ravens. They have Robert Woods, cool. And then Derrick Henry, who is a stud, but if you can believe it or not, his touches are probably about to go through the roof and even more now that with Julio Jones and then A.J. Brown are gone. So that's always a risk of injury. But then the Colts and the Titans. So you need to have a better record than one of them. And then with the AFC North, right? You need to have a better record than whoever finishes in second place there. Steelers, the Ravens, who I just said will most likely struggle. And then yeah, I could see that those are probably the only teams in the AFC North itself. So I don't know. I mean, I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that, but I have a feeling that with how competitive the AFC is right now, I feel like Dolphins fans thinking that they're just going to walk into the playoffs like zero effort is just unrealistic. I feel like it's unrealistic. It's going to be really, really difficult. Derek comes in and says the Jaguars are a sleeper team. It's a hot take, man. And so if you're a betting guy, I'm sure the odds are probably insane. It's probably like 30,000 to 1 or something like that. I mean, if you're right, it'd be a hell of a payday. The Dolphins have chips. Dusty rings are better than none. I really don't have a comeback for that one, you know? That was good. And so that was definitely good. Definitely good. By the way, I'm not sure if y'all like and so are big into like signed memorabilia. Like I'm like a nerd with this kind of stuff. And this site, I'm sure y'all saw this before. It's like all over Twitter, but it's called Total Sports. So it's called the Total Sports Enterprises, but it's TSC Buffalo. Dude, they have some really, really ill stuff. So like if like you love like signed jerseys, mini helmets, you name it, like they got it here. Like right here, we got like a Spencer Brown signed, like Bills authentic. Like I'm just reading that because it's not $819 like for a Josh Allen one, which would definitely be completely hung up in my damn. Oh, damn. Well, that's sold out. I just saw the Jim Kelly signed. See with the Jordan Poyer one, like, oh, actually, yes. Okay, so that's gonna be for later. But no, like super, dude, super cool stuff. Right over here, they have like jerseys. They have it by like athlete. That's awkward. Surprised they didn't take this guy off. Let's just look at it. Page not found. So I got to tell the homies over there that I should probably be like cut. Doesn't really have a lot, but like there's like so much cool stuff. Like Gabe Davis, for example. Like there's been a couple of things. My dad is a massive, massive fan like of Gabe Davis, and I have a feeling that he's about to be a Bills lifer. I really do. Like there's like super cool stuff, dude. Like is the Gabe Davis sign Bills touchdown celebration? Look at that. Okay, that's ill. That's really ill. Okay, I'm gonna do that too. Okay, but anyway, if you guys are interested in that at all, the link is actually in my description right now. Super cool guys over there. And if like you're like ever curious about some signed material, maybe like your friend's like a huge fan, you're a huge fan, you just want to decorate out your man cave, just go on ahead and knock that out. And like they also have like public signings. So for example, like here we have like a Micah Hyde public signing. He's signing like these things in like I would say in like 4 or 5 days. So if somebody's interested, then what they would do is they would just say, hey, you know what? I want this Micah Hyde signed Buffalo Bills speed mini helmet. You do it up and you add it to the cart. And then in 3 or 4 days, when Micah Hyde does his like signing, his scheduled signing, then it like that will be shipped over to you. So super cool. Say that you're a memorabilia guy, 1,000%. And then I'm pretty sure that they have a Total Sports for every single team as well. I could be wrong. But yeah, once again, links in the description. And yeah, just wanted to go ahead and knock that out for the squad. So Derek, it's called tscbuffalo.com. The link's right in my description in case you ever just want to like focus, look around and stuff like that. It's a super, super cool little place. And so I got to go back and I got to like make sure that I check out with my Jordan Poyer jersey. Trucking Therapy wants me to go jump on a table. And the beginner at guitar at 60 said, go lay under a truck. Ouch, bro. So was that directed to somebody in the in the live chat or me? Spin says my favorite poster is where Sierra Neal is lined up against 3 Kansas City defenders being triple teamed. Sick. Absolutely sick. What do you dislike more, the Finns or the Pats? The Patriots. 1,000%. I hate the Patriots. Despise them. I despise them. Like the past 2 times we played them, when we literally destroyed them, like by like a 38-point margin, the last game of the regular season and the playoffs as well. Like we did the same thing twice. I hope that game against the New England Patriots happens the same exact way every single time. Every single time. Matthew Smith says they have signed mini tables on that website. They got an option where like you can legitimately send in whatever you want. Like here, let me go ahead and let me share this again for you guys because I feel like this is gonna be good. Like there's an option where like if you wanted him to sign like a fold-up table, then you could mail it in. Like get any item of yours signed in by Micah Hyde. Yeah, dude. I mean, send him a table. He can sign it. And like, let me see what other public signings there are. It's like a public signing. There's a Marv, and so there's a Marv signing and then a Jordan Poyer signing. Same thing. Let me see this again. Yeah, dude. Same thing. And so if y'all just like send in the same table, like, dude, oh my God. Okay. That would be something. If you got like every player like on the Bills to sign a fold-up table. TSE Buffalo, say that you're watching this. My apologies, because I think I may or may have not just encouraged 100 people to send in fold-up tables for Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer to sign within the next couple of days. My bad, dude. My bad. All right, y'all. Listen. I am about to prep for the AFC East Roundtable. Starts in exactly 10 minutes. Once again, the link is literally right on the top of this live chat. So do me a favor, hit that, and then you just wait for us. We'll be live in about 10 minutes. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And before I let you go, let's go Buffalo.